when they eat, it affects their system. As part of our activities at Jamestown and other working areas in Accra, we harvest these waste nests and turn it into a raw material for making spectacles.
The question is, they dredge and so what? You understand? That for me is the starting point of the whole business.
In Aneho, Togo's once eroded coastlines now stand protected thanks to sea walls and breakwaters constructed underwater. Fishing and tourism industries have flourished, providing livelihoods and boosting the local economy. Coordinator for the Worker Project in Togo, Dr. Adu Rahim Alimi Asimo, briefed the team in his office on the project with this translation from Joel Deck, a tourism promoter and also a member of the Ghana team.
It's money that we should be accountable for the project and for the people as well. Once civil society is part of it, they become more or less the eye to watch over the spending aspect of it and make sure that the result is achieved. So he believes that what we are doing is in the right position. Though the phase one didn't include so much of civil society, I think from now onwards it can be part of the project going forward.
Najiri Lukumani and Isibu Adewale Caesar, who took the team on a tour, also spoke about the project and how impactful it has been to the communities involved.
So there are 8 of those.
Minte wo nu ke mi ya wo igbejo mo mi la po de ka video mi aba ve po nu buo chan ko wole.
We're going to visit one or two of the groins.
Mi la po be ti we kele gba ko be no wo ipea no opea le esiava etrohana mi la po funda eleha mi de gba funda le jo ka ba ke funda le jo afi ele do.
Led by the Coastal Civil Society Organizations Forum, Ghana's delegation spent 5 days in Togo and Benin, engaging with project leaders and local communities. They aimed to replicate and surpass Togo's success during Worker Project 2. They aimed to replicate and surpass Togo's success during Worker Phase 2. Nobel Waja is the coordinator for the Coastal CSOs Forum.
To give us an insight about some engineering understanding of the whole water intervention over here. So that has made some of us who are not engineers to be. And I think the last one, which is not a least, is that he has set us into motion so that when we go there, we are able to connect with and give us a better reason why we are here, because we would have understood the purpose of our community.
The Worker Project emphasizes on gender equity, has empowered women in Aneho, ensuring that development benefits reach all members of the communities. And with insight from Togo, Ghana is poised to implement tailored coastal protection strategies, prioritize community development, and foster collaboration to secure its coastlines for future generations.
Yeah, so they enter the communities and teach them how to organize themselves around replantation, especially the project now is the mangrove replantation.
Nous sommes les premiers reboiseurs mangroves de la palétuvier autour.
Okay, they are the first. They are the first and the largest mangrove replantation organization in Togo.
Ok. Et bon, autre projet Wakame, donc dans le cadre du projet, je peux français la facile la mission.
Oui.
Donc dans le cadre du projet Waka, notre structure a bénéficié de 2 sous-projets.
Okay. As part of the Waka project, their NGO won 2 sub-projects under Waka.
Et le premier projet concerne le comité intervenant de gestion du lac Popo-Zola. Ici, nous avons 2 lacs qui sont un peu plus contigus, le lac Zoa et le lac Popo.
Zoa, hein?
Zoula.
Ok, la ville de Zoula.
Oui.
Okay.
So
there are 2 big lakes here, in close proximity. Yeah, so they won the project for the protection of these 2 lakes.
Et dans le cadre du premier sous-projet, nous avons eu à reboiser 90 hectares de palétuviers.
Okay. The first project they won is the replantation of 80 hectares, not acres, of mangrove.
Oui. Nous avons planté 90 hectares de mangrove. Nous avons encadré 10 groupements transformatifs de noix de coco en l'huile de coco.
And they also train 10 associations, village associations in coconut replanting and coconut oil extraction.
Nous avons aussi encadré une dizaine d'associations de pêcheurs pour la pratique de la pêche durable, de la pêche avec des filets conventionnels, des filets à marguerite.
Okay. They also train about 10 fisher folks associations in sustainable fisheries using the required net sizes for fishing.
Nos berges lagunaires ici sont exposés beaucoup plus à la pollution. Donc nous avons installé une vingtaine de latrines écologiques, des fosses, des fosses écossans, comme on l'appelle, et aussi des poubelles au bord des rives.
Okay.
Sur les rives.
Okay. Mostly the area is faced with issues of pollution, especially defecation. So they have built combien de latrines?
Une vingtaine.
About 20 ecological sanitary toilet ecosam. Yes. Yeah, they use this mode. I think we call it biodigester. Yeah, so they have built about 20 of them for the communities around.
Okay. Et aux pêcheurs aussi, nous avons donné des pirogues, des filets aussi, c'était aussi pour leur travail.
Okay, they also equip the fisher folks with boats and the standard net size or net type and sizes.
Nous avons installé 5 forages à énergie solaire.
Okay, they also did 5 borehole powered by solar system or solar energy system.
Nous avons encadré aussi une dizaine d'agriculteurs pour l'agriculture durable.
Okay, and they also train about 10 farmers or farm owners on sustainable agriculture. In the Francophone system, they don't have the measure of acre. They do hectares.
The new contract one.
The new contract is 140 hectares. Of mangrove replantation. A hectare is 100 meter by 100 meter space.
Yeah. Wow.
A hectare, 100
like
meter by 100 meter.
1 hectare is like a football.
Yeah, it's almost a football pitch. A football pitch is 2.5 acres.
Okay.
J'avais dit tout à l'heure que dans le premier sous nous avons encadré des groupements transformés de noix de coco.
Okay.
Pour rendre disponible la matière première chez elles, et nous avons fait en arrière mangrove, derrière ces superficies que nous avons reboisées à mangrove, nous avons planté des cocotiers.
Okay.
Nous avons fait 15 hectares de cocotiers derrière ces mangroves là qui constituent en fait l'arrière mangrove.
Le premier projet.
Non.
Non.
Dans le deuxième sous-projet maintenant, nous avons proposé de reboiser les arrêts mangroves en cocotiers. Puisque nous avons encadré les premières femmes, nous les avons renforcées.
Okay.
Et il leur faut de la matière première qui est le noix de coco sec, avec laquelle elles fabriquent l'huile de coco. Donc nous avons suggéré pour qu'elle ait en permanence la matière de coco, reboiser des hectares de cocotiers pour que cela leur soit accessible.
Okay. So as part of the second project, they propose that beyond the lagoon, beyond the mangrove plantation, they have to do 15 hectares of coconut replantation in order to provide raw material for the women they train first in the first project on the coconut oil extraction activities.
Wow.
With 15 hectares of coconut replantation.
Le premier sous-projet est à hauteur de 129 millions et le deuxième à hauteur de 99 millions.
Okay, the first project was about 128 million CFA, and the second one is about 90 million CFA. You do the calculation, from Waka.
Le résultat de ces deux sous-projets nous a fait gagner encore un autre sous-projet par nous, une association qui voulait quand même sécuriser 36 hectares de forêt communautaire.
Okay. Now, as part of their success story, another close NGO to them, they work in partnership, also won another sub-project to we call community, or like our Prima type, community protected areas. Yeah.
Par rapport à la disposition à Keta, les Keta les droits et puis là dans Nyadi, la principe des biens, et on a rechargement de casiers, Kota et puis après le bon alors on a pointant et pour nous sur na côté ouest vers est, donc que pour moi les interrompre voilà tout et toi les familles on a mis en rocher cause des biens avec rechargement de casiers, pas de faire pour la tourner on va retenir la nuit et la dans Nyadi.
Okay, so finally they came to the point that the growings will be beneficial and cost effective, and the purpose for the growing is what, to just have the growings, the wall, and then the longshore will be bringing the sun on the west side of each space between the growings.
Et on va retenir donc il y a ça par rapport à moyen que l'on gars que l'on aspect toi et il y a quand même où Islam ina lobo to aso so na se mo do ne ni bu baba na se ame bi ame to ame ni e ne baga ba ni lo tutu ban to a e me na isnetic o e me dufufu e didina ne e fule gba lo fe ko an e gba dina vire ni lo to won ko so na esi ba ke gba na yima se ke iya ni ke le retenir tout que me e dan no ate ma cher que on te retenir na mi ke ni tu do.
Okay. Because of the amount of money for the project, they realized that doing the revetment is more costly, so it won't be able to protect majority of the coast. So they finally decided to do the groins. Why the other one is costly is that it has steps. When the sea waves come hard, they hit the first one. If they're able to surmount it, the next step, and finally before you reach the last step, then it's just the force is down.
Donc c'est ce qu'on a retenu. Il y a finalement, pour atteindre un projet, on a mis sous-projet, on a été la quadraro quoi. Et tu me vois encore la droite de voir que tu as mis au quand on lance un sous-projet, et les bientôt les compétences à bientôt bien normalement, il y a un projet, il y a qui et toi mais et bien on est capable de faire une santé association et après on a gagné projet et bien mairie a gagné mes filles tout le monde doit une gestion des déchets à l'État et toi et puis là pour toi mairie gagner mais au blé on a son lot et bien mami ma banina à mais auto monto comme parce que des fois tu as pris les nous tout pour mais avec l'autre bien monter non ça me va y avoir d'autres choses ma maté va donc ça si maté on va homo va do moto ya mo homo ke ko projet mais ni bunele parce que nous here ni bunele now and also
okay, yeah, so they can't just do the physical infrastructure at the beach, leaving the social aspect. So they call for communities to put in social project. The assembly want to or propose two. One is the keeping of the beach clean. So that one they give them the beach cleaner and this dustbin for each household, and they give them this vehicle that will be going about to collect the DC. And because of this vehicle too, they must go. They constructed some roads, access roads, and so that this vehicle could have access to those things. Others like ONGs or NGOs also want some of the project.
Yeah.
Here you can see the third one, the fourth one, the fifth one. The 6, 7 are beyond that. We may not be able to see them. Yeah. So there is a little erosion on the east-west side of each groin. Then they position at each, the western side of each one. Those that are able to escape this place go to field the beyond all the groins. We're going to go there at Agwe so that you see what is there. So that's basically the model or the design that they did for this beach.
The question is, they dredge and so what? You understand? That for me is the starting point of the whole business. It's not only that they dredge, we have supported, we have done this, and we all go and sleep. But we should understand that WACA has a silent message, and that message, some goes to the district assembly as a government agency, some even goes to the central government. So after they dredge, the water is flowing beautifully. What does it mean for the district assembly and the government? They have to utilize the opportunity created by WACA to create maybe a water transport.
Very good. Very good.
You get the point. So it's a trigger for other things to happen. Where we went, we saw a big sandbar. Coconuts are being planted. 3-4 years, all those coconuts will form a canopy. What does it mean for communities, citizens, and the district assembly? Small beach sitting points where people can take those. Individuals who have the money can establish small huts for people to sit, so that they are leveraging on what WACA has given to do something else. So it's an opportunity to rewind or to re-engineer the district assembly development policy making plans. So it's not just because they've created ENSO and then we have seen people, toilet is here, people are there. Because the man said, we are fortunate to be learning from them. And they are expecting a time that they should come and learn from us. So what they can learn from us is when we go and also create the sandbar, we dredge. There's nothing for them to learn because it's the same thing. But what they can learn from us is when we take it a notch higher, where governments, small local investors, foreign investors or whoever use the spaces that are created to give some benefits to individuals, to community and the population side. That is where they can learn something. But if we also go and do dredging, we create all that we have seen already. There's nothing new. So it's an opportunity to do different things at different levels. And these are the messages that some of us here who are fortunate to be here. You know, there's a huge population out there who are not here. So we are fortunate to be here. So it is for us to form small meeting points with our district assembly and say, hey, there's something else to do after 3 years. You cannot be doing your district assembly plans in the way you do it in the next 4 years. You have to change it because WACA would have created spaces for you to do things differently. So I think that we should stay our minds looking a bit forward into the future.
When they eat, it affects their system. As part of our activities at Jamestown and other working areas in Accra, we harvest these waste nests and turn it into a raw material for making spectacles. And the NGO we are dealing with is called C2C. But we do the labor organization with the help of the Jamestown team lead, who is Old Kanta or Nikwe. So we would like to collaborate with you. That some of these waste nests, we have agencies that will come here to come and buy. And it also harvests waste. It also harvests waste. So we will be bringing a program where your people will be educated that when they harvest these nets, we will come here and bring an agent to come and buy. So these are some of the things that we'll be sharing with you as a part of our sister exchange program between Ghana and Benin.
What's going on? Is it only feeding the local community, or do they export some into maybe neighboring communities? And how has that affected change in the communities that these productions are going on, right? And then since there are no projects going on at the moment except the planting, what are these people doing now?
Okay, thereabout. So during this season, they continue producing. So when the big farming season begins with the rains around May, June, then they go into farming activities, cassava, corn, and other leguminous crops, and even vegetable farming. So it's like when there is no nut for them to produce, they get into farming normal farming of cereals and the rest. So until then, until that first big season is over, then they go on again with the small season. It's like they also